Hello, Wyoming. I'm Kevin McCarthy, and I'm the Republican leader of the United States House of Representatives. I'm from Bakersfield, California, and many of the challenges we're addressing in our Central Valley are similar to the most important issues facing you in Wyoming: water rights, public lands, jobs, and inflation. Wyoming needs a Congress.
Kevin McCarthy looking to be Speaker of the House if Republicans can retake Congress, was there speaking at a campaign rally for Harriet Hageman, who's running against Liz Cheney, of course, endorsed by Donald Trump for the sole purpose because she's a part of the January 6th committee and he's on a revenge tour. It's kind of all he's ever been on his entire life. So there's Kevin McCarthy there speaking at it, but wasn't getting the warmest of receptions, as you can imagine. When it comes to the MAGA groups, they're not big on Kevin McCarthy because, as we heard those audio tapes from before, he wasn't always on the side of Donald Trump until he realized that he had to be for his old political career to continue on. But this is the news. Donald Trump has decided to go ahead and endorse Kevin McCarthy. That's where the fireworks might come in. Let's look at his endorsement first of all, as he put out on Truth Social. He says, Congressman Kevin McCarthy is an outstanding representative for the people of California and a strong and fearless leader of the House Republican Conference. In Congress, Kevin is a tireless advocate come on, for the people of Bakersfield and the Central Valley. He's working incredibly hard to stop inflation, deliver water solutions, and hold Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi accountable for their catastrophic failures and dereliction of duty. I don't know why he had to capitalize random words in the middle of that sentence. Anyways, as leader, Kevin is building a commitment to America, a platform to grow our economy, fight big tech censorship, secure the border, strengthen our military, defend the Second Amendment, improve our healthcare, restore American energy independence, support our brave veterans, and uphold the rule of law and American values. Kevin McCarthy has my complete and total endorsement for California's 20th congressional district. That's Trump glowing testimony and endorsement there for Kevin McCarthy. Again, like I said, this is the same Kevin McCarthy who said this when it came to January 6th.
What the president did is atrocious and totally wrong. From the standpoint, we're 12 days away. I mean, the one point I'd make with Biden, if you have an impeachment and you're stuck sitting in the Senate and he needs cabinet members, you've got Secretary of Defense, you've got a lot of things that you've got to have moving. And if you think from a perspective, you put everything else away, this country is very, very divided. Impeachment divides the nation further and continues to divide even greater. That's why I want to reach out to Biden. I wanted the president to meet with Biden, but that's not going to happen.
Are you hearing that he might resign? Is there any reason to think that might happen?
I've had some few discussions. My gut tells me no. I'm seriously thinking of having that conversation with him tonight. I haven't talked to him in a couple days.
From talks of resignation to how Joe Biden might be the one to unify this country, those types of things were caught on audio. And he's still going to endorse him. This is to the surprise of many of Trump's supporters, like this one gentleman here on Twitter. He says Trump endorsing Frank Lunt's bunk buddy, Kevin McCarthy, instead of using his political capital to undermine bad GOP leadership, is a sign that Trump has not learned much after all this time about who is and who is not America first. Apparently Kevin McCarthy is not America first. Also, Mike Engelman also on Twitter says Trump's endorsement of Rhino traitor Kevin McCarthy is as effing dumb as his endorsement of Dr. Oz. Just what the hell? Dr. Oz just won that primary. Just gonna put that out there. Also, Petrota says Trump's endorsement of swamp rat Kevin McCarthy makes me think that he has learned absolutely nothing from his past mistakes. If he were to be reelected, he will most likely surround himself with the same losers and backstabbers as he did in his first term. I want to stop on that one, Jackson, because if you're criticizing about what Trump's endorsement plans were with Kevin McCarthy here, and he mentioned if he's going to be reelected, he's going to surround himself with the same losers and backstabbers, that would make me think that in his first term, I would assume this guy's a supporter of Donald Trump. In his first term, he surrounded himself with losers and backstabbers. So that sounds like an unsuccessful presidential term. Maybe he didn't get the things done that you thought he wanted to get done, but you're still looking for him to get into office again and surround himself again with more losers and backstabbers. Sounds like a chance for another bad term for Donald Trump as president. It's really weird because there's this one is a flash moment in folks' minds about their political analysis of what Donald Trump was about. Do you like him or do you not like him? You just said he surrounded himself with losers and backstabbers in his first term, but you're gonna want him back in office to do it again? It's weird, it's weird logic.
Well, not only that, but the reality is that Donald Trump lost his bid for his second term. So you can't separate the fact that anyone surrounding him, of course, nothing was his fault. The base is an extension of the way that Trump acts and behaves. But the reality is that Trump's base cares more about the aesthetics than they do about political capital and power. The reality is that Kevin McCarthy is a powerful figure within the Republican establishment, and he can get things done within the party. That's just the truth of it. Even though he may have said a couple things against Donald Trump knows that really doesn't matter that much. But again, the base doesn't care about political capital or real power. All they care about is, was he against or was he for Trump? Because all the people that they call rhinos, and Trump hasn't learned his lessons. First and foremost, Trump has never learned a lesson in his life. Yeah. But what are they even talking about? Like what? So that he needs more people who are more sycophantic? That's really all it seems to be that they're trying to get at.
And no matter what you said before, same thing happened with JD Vance. No matter what you said in the past about him, because by the way, I'm gonna say it again, the entire Republican Party despised Donald Trump, and a significant portion still does. They just can't say it out loud because he's gonna rip their face off. So they're more afraid of him, and we saw Kevin McCarthy bow down. If nothing else, I would say Donald Trump probably enjoys it more when someone bashes him in the past, then comes back on their knees and begs for forgiveness. That probably does a lot for his ego. He's like, yes, kneel to me, Kevin McCarthy. Fine, I'll give you an endorsement. If you screw this up, I will destroy you again.
Oh, and remember what he did to Mitt Romney at that dinner, that picture, that famous picture where he was like, ha, 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 ha.
Love it.
Mitt Romney, yeah, exactly. So, he's just pulling the strings. But at the end of the day, the longer you're involved in politics, the more you just kind of see like, it's just a bunch of strings and buttons. That's all it is.
And they go with it for the power. So Kevin McCarthy craves the power. Maybe this is his way of getting it.